Alright guys, this is the last clip that we filmed and it is an absolute roller coaster of a video. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment with your experience on buying from StockX. I'll be replying to every comment on the video. Now let me go ahead and share with you my experience. How's it going, YouTube? My name is Blake Yarbrough and welcome back. Today we have got maybe one of the craziest videos that I've ever posted on YouTube. Inside this box is one of my biggest grails of all time, a top 5 grail for me that I purchased 2 years ago in 2018. The shoe released in 2017, the Tom Sachs Mars Yard 2.0. I purchased these from StockX, and the purpose of today's video is these might be fake. I tried to sell these on GOAT about 2 weeks ago. I did sell them. When I shipped them to GOAT, they came back as replicas. So they just shipped them back to me. I'm totally freaking out. This has just been a really insane thing to happen to me. So the purpose of today's video is we're going to determine whether or not these are real or fake. Of course, I bought them from StockX, so they're supposed to be 100% authentic. I sold them on GOAT because they're used. I've worn these a ton. I've worn these a ton of times. It's one of my favorite sneakers. I mean, I've just worn them all over the place. I've taken a lot of pictures in these. I love this shoe. And I was under the assumption that they're real. Sold them on GOAT and they came back as replicas. So I just want to kind of break it down, tell you guys the backstory of what happened, and then we're going to do our best through various sources to determine today whether or not these are actually real or whether or not they're fake. And so we'll just kind of start off with the backstory. I'll take out both shoes. I purchased these in 2018. Like I said, it was June 18th, 2018 when I purchased these. I've got the receipt here. So StockX, before they started doing the little card receipts, they actually used to send you a piece of paper like this. So you can see that it says Nike Craft Mars Yard 2.0 Tom Sachs Space Camp. I paid $1,650 for these. This is before all the fees and everything. So sales price, you got shipping, $13.95. We've got the buyer rewards. I actually got free shipping, I think. Yeah, I got free shipping. And so my total was $1677.90. That is the most I've ever spent on a sneaker, at least at the time. I'd never spent more money than that. That is a ton of money, especially to me. So this is a lot of money that's on the line. Now, I sold these on GOAT used for $2,600. And basically, a new pair of these right now is like 5 or 6 grand. So the value has dramatically increased over the time period since I've owned these, and I've worn them a ton, and it just kind of felt like, you know what, it's time to just kind of move on to something else. I've gotten a ton of wear out of these. Like, I'll have Nick kind of focus on the outsole. Like, Griffey, come on. I've had a ton of fun wearing these. The outsole is really worn down, honestly. And so it just kind of felt like it was time to move on. But I'll show you guys like the matching StockX transaction. Let me pull it up on my phone real quick. Here is the StockX app, and I'll pop up what I'm doing on here. So let's go to Mars Yard. Griffey's just dying to be in this video, I guess. All right, we got size 11 pulled up. That's what size these are. Let's go to all sales, and then we'll just scroll down, and it doesn't take much. There's not a lot of these shoes out here. So my pair was purchased, there it is, June 18th at 2:13 p.m. It's $1,650. I was actually working at the time. So there's my transaction. You guys will see it. Maybe I'll circle it on the screen. But that's the matching transaction. And so these are supposed to be 100% authentic. Now, I'm under the assumption still that they're real, but obviously if GOAT said that they're replicas, then, you know, are they fake? That is a huge issue because now they're worn. I've cut off the StockX tag at this point, obviously. I don't know anybody else with a pair of these. It just makes it a really hard sneaker to legit check. Today, we're actually gonna be using a few different sources. We're going to use CheckCheck, and we'll talk about that later in the video. And then we're also gonna go to a few stores here in Atlanta. So I don't know how many stores we're gonna end up going to. Definitely gonna go to Hype 24/7. But guys, this is like absolutely insane to me. When I got the email back from GOAT that said your shoes are not authentic, like, I can't explain to you how upset I was. Just extremely upset. And so I'm gonna just kind of go through the details of the sneaker and just tell you like what I feel good about that they're authentic, and what like kind of is a little bit sketch or like what I think may be a sign that they're not real. All right, so like I said, I purchased these in 2018. Now this is a 2017 release, and this is the 2.0 version. Now the 1.0 version released in 2012, and just kind of like a quick history on the sneaker and why it means so much to me, why I like this sneaker so much. This sneaker released originally in 2012. It's designed by Tom Sachs, and of course it's in collaboration with Nike. Tom Sachs just is intrigued by space, and he does a lot of like projects that he works on are inspired by space. And so this sneaker is obviously called the Mars Yard. He basically designed the original sneaker. He used parts from the Mars rover. So he used like paracord as the laces. He used for like the mesh material here on the original pair. He actually used, I think it was like parachute material from the actual Mars rover. So it's actually like space materials used in combination with like typical sneaker materials on the original pair. It was actually like a kind of like a fragile sneaker. And so 5 years later, 2017, they remastered the sneaker and made it more wearable. And there's actually a booklet that comes with these sneakers, and I had the booklet. Goat actually did not send the booklet back with my sneakers. It's an issue we'll get to like later in the video. These released in 2017. I bought them in 2018, and the first thing that I noticed, obviously, when I opened the package from StockX was the box. Now the box is very, very unique. It's a typical Nike sportswear box. It's got writing on it. It says Mars Yard Shoe 2.0, Tom Sachs 2017. These shoes are only valid if worn and worn to death by you. Posers need not apply. So he's all about wearing your items and getting the most value per wear. It's one of his quotes. Here on the front, you've got the box label, which is really interesting. So I think this is like 13.99 yen. And so this label is not like the typical label that you'd see on the front. Also, the box came exactly like this. So it's pretty heavily damaged here on this corner. Those were things that really bothered me, was that the label looked kind of sketchy. Labels from other countries, these shoes weren't only released in the United States, so that is okay if they're actually authentic from another country. On this side right here, you've got Mars Yard Shoe 2.0, and then the inside of the box is just like a standard box. Now I will say I've done research over the years on these sneakers, and there's actually different boxes released. So he did a space camp in New York, and that box actually has like a duct tape tab here. So there's actually different boxes that released with this sneaker, which does not help me when trying to authenticate my pair. It makes it a lot more difficult. But that's all that I've really got to show you guys for the box. You know, the damage sucks and the label looks a little sketch. But other than that, it does look like a red Nike sportswear box. The next thing that I think is really telling of the sneaker, whether it's real or authentic, is the insole. So it came with two insoles. You have like the typical like kind of mesh insole, and then you also got a second pair of cork insoles, which would be if you were going to like wear them barefooted. On each one of these, you've got some unique like science type designs. From what I've seen on the fake pairs, the font and the images on the insoles are a lot smaller, and so that was one thing that made me feel like these were authentic, was that the sizing of the images and the font and everything looked correct. It looked like the full size, whereas on the fake ones that I had seen, and keep in mind I purchased these in 2018. Fake shoes were not that good in 2018. This was only a year after the release, and fake shoes, the fake Mars Yards like on eBay and things, looked absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. You could just tell immediately. I mean, besides the fact that they'd be like $200, the fakes looked really, really bad. The part that's kind of weird is the bottom side. So I'll show you guys this. It looks like it was cut out like really sloppily, the foam on the, is that a word, sloppily? It looks like it was cut out very poorly here on the heel and then also on the forefoot. The padding just, it has like a real jagged edge to it. So that's something that I thought was really strange. I'll show you guys this pair as well. So this pair, I mean, it's very easy to read. The font size looks good, but besides that, kind of the same thing on the bottom of these as well. The foam is just cut really irregularly. That just doesn't seem like something Nike would do, but I have seen zero other pairs of these to be able to compare the bottom of the insole. So, all right, now let's take a look at the shoes. Now on the pair of shoes, the materials on these are really, really nice. You've got a brown suede, and on these guys, now mine's faded a decent bit because I've worn these a ton. I mean, a ton. The leather inside the sock liner, you've got like this really nice, like kind of like camel color or like caramel colored leather on the sock liner. And all this looks like absolutely perfect. I haven't seen any issues with really like anything thing on the shoe. The only thing I would say that I've seen that doesn't really line up exactly with other pairs that I've just noticed is like the space between the tip of the swoosh here and then the eyelets right here. This is like a larger gap than I've seen on other pairs. So I don't know if that's a sign that they're either authentic or that they're fake, but it is something that I've noticed, is that my pair here has a larger gap than other pairs that I've seen. Other than that, the materials are amazing, and like I said guys, fake pairs in 2018 were absolutely awful. I don't know how I would have gotten a fake pair in 2018 that would have been this good of quality, because this quality is really, really nice. What we're gonna do now, I'm actually gonna pull my phone back out. We're gonna use CheckCheck. So if you haven't heard of CheckCheck, my friend Harrison Neville, he uses CheckCheck a lot. He's done a lot of videos with them. They're actually a great way to legitimize and legit check your shoes. And what you do is you basically just upload pictures of the sneaker. They require you to upload a minimum amount of photos, and then you can add on additional photos if you'd like. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to send them as many photos as I possibly can. And guys, there will be a link to CheckCheck down below in the description. This is not a sponsored video, but I do want to, show you guys what I'm using. And if you'd like to use it, you can actually get a free legit check if you use the code Blake1. So just use Blake1 when you sign up for CheckCheck. You can actually get one free legit check. Let me go ahead and pretty much I'm just going to click new check just like that. This is a Nike, so we're going to click there. It really doesn't fall into any of these categories, so we're going to click other, and then it says product image guidelines. We need specific images to verify your kicks. See our examples before submitting a check request. I've already done that before. They give you kind of what they want to see, and so we're going to hit next. All right, so let's go ahead and do the photos now. Camera. Okay guys, so I went ahead, I'm gonna show the camera. I took a ton of photos, so they require you to take a minimum of I think 6, but I added a lot of extra photos because I want to know. I want to have a definite answer on whether or not these are authentic. And so I'm going to, I can put some remarks. I've got a balance of 15 credits, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. Basically, you can do a 30-minute legit check for 3 credits. That's absolutely perfect. A lot of times it comes back faster than 30 minutes. If you wanted to save credits, you can just wait a longer amount of time. So we're gonna do, of course, the fastest one possible. Right there, confirmed. Uploading my photos. Guys, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I really want these to be authentic. Of course, I don't want to have fake shoes. I do not promote fakes. I hate fake sneakers. And so I've been under the assumption for the last 2 years, over 2 years, I purchased them in June 2018. So 2.5 years, I've been under the assumption that these were authentic. I've worn them everywhere. I've worn them to sneaker cons. I've worn them to different countries. Like, I love these sneakers. All right, so request submitted, back to homepage. So basically we will just be waiting and we'll update. We're gonna go to Hype and we're gonna have Con legit check these at Hype and we'll see what his answer is. Then we'll check back with CheckCheck and get the final answer. And we'll see, guys. I don't know. I have no idea what's gonna happen. My heart is absolutely racing. I'm super nervous. So let's just go ahead and get to Hype now. Do I need to screen record this?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I don't know how it was this fast. Honestly, we just took a brief pause. So according to CheckCheck, you click profile here and you click my checks. I've done a few checks on here. My Union ones passed. My Obsidian ones passed, which were from StockX. I thought those might be fake, but they actually turned out to be authentic. But it looks like my Marjards, it says the check result is not pass. Which, I mean, I wish you guys could feel or hear my heartbeat right now because it is going so fast. I'm so stressed. It's like I'm getting the whole GOAT email over again that says replicas. It ruined my day when I got that email. So, I don't know. We're going to take these to Con and see what he says. But according to now GOAT and CheckCheck, these are not a pass, which would mean that StockX actually sold me fake sneakers. $1,650. All right, let's go to hype. Let's go to hype. We gotta go get another answer. All right, guys, there's one thing that I forgot to add in when I was talking about the whole like GOAT sales order thing that I have going on. So I sold these on GOAT. I had them priced at $3 grand used, and somebody had an offer of $2,600 on them. I went ahead and accepted that offer, and so I'm going to just go ahead and pull up. I'm in my emails right now and show you guys the emails that I got from GOAT, just to show you like that everything is legitimate that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go down right here to sneaker orders, and then you can see right here it says you filled an offer for the Tom Sachs 2.0s. So there's my information. Size 11, amount made $23.48 after fees and everything. So here's the email that I got. It says, hey Blake, unfortunately your sneakers were found to be replicas. We have deducted $901 in credit to cover shipping back to you. Once your sneakers have been shipped, we'll send a confirmation email with a link to track your package. Now, there's two issues that I have with that. Is that one, they did not ship me back the booklet, which I'll pop up like a little image of what that looks like. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if they threw it away, they lost it, whatever, but I shipped that with the shoes. They did not ship that back. Also, the original StockX, the little medallion, the little tag that they put on the sneakers, that was also in the box. That did not come back to me. So that's two issues that I'm actually working out with GOAT right now. We're gonna go ahead and head to hype now, and guys, I don't know what to say, but hopefully we get more clarification on whether these are real or fake. Right now it's looking like they're fake. All right, guys, so we made it to hype. I've got the shoes here for Khan to check out, and I'm just gonna kind of have him go through like his normal legit check process from the box into the sneakers. Just tell me what you think, honest opinion. I bought these, yeah, they're from StockX, like legitimately from StockX, 2018 purchased.
Oh really? It's been a while. I remember StockX still doing these kind of receipts. This is going to be a tough suit because they got too many fakes of these.
So you're saying there's a bunch of fakes of these?
Yeah, like good fakes. It's a pretty cheap made box.
That's the only thing we were thinking. The box is janky.
Seems like kind of
look,
small.
It looks like a fake box to me. Is it really came through StockX?
Swear.
Yeah, because the box looks pretty much like all the fake box that I've ever seen. And let's look at the shoes. You don't really see these came through often.
Just assumed that they're authentic, of course, and pretty much just started wearing them. You know, I've worn them a ton. For the swoosh to here.
Yeah. These are a little low.
Yeah, this is a big gap compared to other ones. It's like pretty close. But I don't know.
Yeah, now I just noticed this. Okay, I just noticed about the swoosh. You see the swoosh too low? Touch the thing. Yeah, most of the legend pair, they a little bit higher. They almost like closer to the suede part right here. So I don't think this pair is good.
You think they're fake?
Yeah, pretty much. And also, yeah, I just noticed about the font of the insole, the size type font. The font is not really good. You see it's a little bit blurry, like blurry right here.
It seems like almost like too plastic.
Yeah.
So ultimate determination, they're not real.
Yeah, like I would say 80-20, 80%.
80% maybe.
Okay.
All right, guys, so it's the next day. I went ahead and did another CheckCheck. I did a 12-hour CheckCheck just to see if there was any difference. I'll pop up the results. It was actually not able to verify again. So we got a not pass and a not verify from CheckCheck. Khan, as you saw from Hype, said that he thinks that they're fake, like 80% chance that they're fake. We also FaceTimed some other legitimate people, which we just didn't have time to incorporate all that into the video. The video would have been way too long. So basically everybody's saying that they're fake. We checked with people that have pairs, with people that know how to authenticate the Mars Yard specifically, and they said that these are fake. So I don't know where to go from here. Honestly, it's pretty stressful for me because I spent a lot of money on these and I've thought that they were real for 2 years. The only thing that I could think of is if this video gets 10,000 likes, I will buy another pair of these, hopefully authentic, and we will do a comparison between that pair and this pair that I got 2 years ago. But guys, I really appreciate your time watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please, again, leave a comment down in the comment section below with your experience of buying from StockX. I'll be replying to everybody. Leave a like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.